If your blood pressure is creeping up and you're over 60, there's something you need to hear today that might surprise you. What if I told you that many people have lowered their blood pressure by 15, sometimes even 18 points in just 4 weeks without adding a single new medication? And no, this isn't some miracle pill or strange internet trick. It's something simple, something natural, something that many doctors actually agree works, yet most patients are never told to try it first. Why? Because it doesn't come in a bottle. Today, we're going to talk about a small daily change that can quietly transform your blood pressure, improve circulation, and help your heart work less hard every single day. And if you stick with me until the end, I'll explain exactly how to do it safely, especially if you're over 60 and concerned about heart health. If you've been watching your blood pressure numbers slowly climb over the years, you are definitely not alone. Millions of adults experience this. You go in for a routine checkup, the nurse wraps the cuff around your arm, the machine beeps, and suddenly the doctor says something like, "Your blood pressure is a little high. Maybe it's 145 over 90. Maybe it's 150 over 95. And before you know it, the conversation shifts to medications. Now, medications can absolutely be helpful when they're needed. Many people rely on them to protect their heart and prevent strokes. But here's something many people don't realize. There are natural habits that can dramatically influence blood pressure, sometimes within just a few weeks. One of the most powerful of these habits involves something incredibly simple, your daily walking rhythm. Not just walking, but how you walk. Most people think walking is just about moving the legs, but when done in a specific rhythm, walking becomes something much more powerful for the cardiovascular system. Researchers have discovered that rhythmic walking, especially when combined with relaxed breathing, can help lower blood pressure significantly. And the reason has everything to do with your blood vessels. As we age, blood vessels naturally become a little stiffer. Think of them like garden hoses. When we're young, the hoses are flexible. Blood flows smoothly, pressure stays balanced. But over time, those hoses can become a little less flexible. When that happens, the heart has to push harder to move blood through the body. That extra force is what we measure as higher blood pressure. Now, here's the fascinating part. Certain forms of walking can actually help blood vessels relax and widen slightly. When blood vessels widen, pressure naturally drops. And that's where the magic happens. One simple walking method that heart specialists often recommend is sometimes called the 10-minute circulation walk. It's gentle, it's safe for most seniors, and it focuses on steady rhythm instead of speed. Instead of rushing or power walking, the goal is to walk at a relaxed, even pace while breathing slowly and naturally. When you do this, several important things begin to happen inside the body. First, the muscles in your legs begin to pump blood back toward the heart more efficiently. Your calf muscles actually act like a second heart. Each step gently squeezes veins and pushes blood upward. This improves circulation and reduces pressure inside the arteries. Second, your blood vessels begin producing more nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a natural compound that helps arteries relax and expand. When arteries expand even slightly, blood pressure can drop. And third, rhythmic walking helps calm the nervous system. Many people don't realize that stress hormones can keep blood pressure elevated throughout the day. But steady movement combined with relaxed breathing tells the body that it's safe to shift into a calmer state. The heart slows slightly, the vessels relax, and pressure gradually begins to fall. Now here's the key part that many people miss. Consistency matters more than intensity. You don't need to walk 5 miles. You don't need to sweat heavily. In fact, for many adults over 60, gentle consistency works better than intense exercise. Just 10 to 15 minutes of relaxed walking after meals can have a powerful effect, especially after dinner. Why after meals? Because blood pressure often rises slightly after eating. Walking helps your body use that circulating glucose and improves blood vessel function at the same time. Many cardiologists now recommend light walking after meals specifically for this reason. Some people who adopt this habit notice something remarkable. Within a few weeks, their blood pressure numbers begin to shift, maybe from 150 down to 138, maybe from 142 down to 125. These kinds of changes are not unusual when circulation improves and arteries become more responsive. But walking isn't the only piece of the puzzle. There's another simple change that can amplify these results dramatically: hydration. As we age, the body becomes less sensitive to thirst. Many older adults walk around slightly dehydrated without realizing it, and dehydration can actually raise blood pressure. When the body lacks enough fluid, the blood becomes slightly thicker. The heart has to push harder to circulate it. This increases pressure inside the arteries. By simply drinking enough water throughout the day, blood volume becomes more balanced and circulation improves. Many people notice their blood pressure numbers improve just from consistent hydration. Another powerful but often overlooked factor is potassium-rich foods. Potassium helps balance sodium levels in the body. Too much sodium can cause the body to retain fluid, increasing blood pressure. Potassium helps the kidneys remove excess sodium, which reduces that pressure. Foods like bananas, spinach, sweet potatoes, beans, and avocados are rich in potassium. Including these foods regularly can support healthier blood pressure naturally. But there's one more surprising factor that may be affecting your blood pressure more than you realize: sleep. When sleep is poor or interrupted, the body releases stress hormones overnight. These hormones keep the heart working harder and blood pressure elevated. Adults over 60 who wake up frequently during the night often experience higher morning blood pressure readings. Improving sleep quality, even slightly, can have a powerful impact on cardiovascular health. Sometimes small adjustments like better pillow alignment, reducing late-night screen exposure, or maintaining a consistent sleep schedule can improve sleep dramatically. When sleep improves, the heart gets the recovery time it needs, and that recovery helps regulate blood pressure the next day. Now let's address the question that many people wonder. If simple habits like walking, hydration, and nutrition can lower blood pressure, why aren't they discussed more often in medical visits? The truth is that doctors often have very limited time with each patient. Appointments may last 10 or 15 minutes. During that time, the priority is identifying immediate risks and prescribing treatments that can quickly reduce danger. Lifestyle changes absolutely work, but they require time, explanation, and consistent follow-up. That doesn't always fit into a short office visit, but that doesn't mean these strategies aren't powerful. In fact, many doctors strongly encourage lifestyle changes when patients are ready to make them. And the best part is that these changes work together. Walking improves circulation. Hydration supports blood volume. Potassium balances sodium. Sleep restores the nervous system. When all these pieces come together, the body often responds in remarkable ways. For some people, blood pressure numbers begin to improve within just a few weeks. For others, the changes are gradual but steady. Either way, the heart benefits, and that's the real goal. Because healthy blood pressure doesn't just reduce numbers on a chart. It protects the brain from strokes, it protects the kidneys from damage, and it reduces strain on the heart muscle itself. Every small improvement adds up over time. So if you're over 60 and concerned about blood pressure, remember this: your daily habits matter more than you might think. Small, consistent actions can create powerful changes inside the body. A gentle walk, a glass of water, a better night of sleep, a few potassium-rich foods added to your meals. None of these changes require expensive equipment or complicated programs, but together they can support your heart in ways that medications alone cannot. Now, before making major changes, it's always wise to talk with your healthcare provider, especially if you're already taking blood pressure medication. Sometimes lifestyle improvements can lower blood pressure enough that medications need adjustment. That's a good problem to have, but it should be monitored safely. The key message here is hope. Your heart is incredibly responsive to the way you treat it each day. Even small improvements in circulation, nutrition, and rest can help your cardiovascular system function better. And many people are surprised by how quickly the body responds when these habits become part of daily life. If you start today, 4 weeks from now, your numbers may look very different. And more importantly, you may feel different. More energy, clearer thinking, better sleep, stronger circulation. That's the real reward of supporting your heart naturally. So tonight, consider starting with something simple. A short, relaxed walk. Breathe deeply. Move gently. Let your body settle into a rhythm that supports your heart instead of stressing it. Sometimes the most powerful health changes begin with the smallest steps.